When's the last time that you actually did something that you enjoy just for the fun of it? Simply for the joy that it brings you? The reason I'm asking you that question is because it's literally a question that I've been asking myself quite a bit lately. I feel like similar to other people, I've been stuck in this trap of only doing things if they benefit me somehow, whether that's through fitness, financially, mentally, or whatever it is, to the point where I'm kind of driving out passions that I used to have as a kid, or just general things that I enjoy. If it's not something that brings me some sort of benefit other than enjoyment, it's like I discard it and I just see it as not important, and everything has to be so serious. Like, say I'm doing something, I'm just thinking, what is this thing bringing me, type of thing, or like, what is it doing for me? Which, don't get me wrong, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I don't think that's a bad thing or like a bad habit to have. I just think there needs to be a bit of a balance. Like, when did we actually forget to have fun? When did we forget that having fun is okay, or doing something because you want to have fun is okay? Obviously, growing up, I understand there was a lot more of that, and as we sort of get older, as adults, we kind of shift away from that. Our mindset changes a little bit, but I feel like sometimes you gotta do things that remind us that it's okay to feel like a kid again, and it's okay to do the things that you enjoy. And that's the thing, sometimes there's people that kind of judge you and say, you're this old, or like, you're an adult, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. But actually, there's no rules to this. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing something that you enjoy. If you like playing the guitar, it doesn't matter if you're 55 or if you're 12, it's something that you enjoy doing. So no one should be in a position to be able to tell you or to judge you and tell you that you shouldn't be doing it. And that goes for many other things. Like, it could literally be any hobby that you've got. It could even be video games, but then obviously don't get stuck in that trap of playing video games all the time, because that's just going to waste your time. But there's nothing wrong with making time for the things that you enjoy. And sometimes that judgment doesn't necessarily come from other people. Sometimes it comes from ourselves. Like, we do something and then we think to ourselves, what is this thing bringing us other than joy? And if we can't find like a benefit that it brings us, whether it's monetary or fitness or whatever, we kind of discard it and we think that we're wasting our time, when actually that's not the case. I understand that, yes, we need to have goals, we need to have plans, and we obviously need to work towards them. We need to spend time on them, but at the same time, life is meant to be lived. What's the point in chasing all these goals and dreams if you can't use them to, do or have more time for the things that we enjoy? Once again, I want to touch on the word balance, because I'm not trying to say you should abandon all responsibilities and just go out there and have fun. What I am saying is, it's important to make time for yourself, time that is literally just for you to kind of reset, and also time for you to actually just live life the way that you want to live it. Because obviously, as adults, most of the time you're not necessarily living life the way that you want to, in the sense that you're not necessarily doing things that you want to be doing right now. You might be doing something, but it's not necessarily something that you want to be doing it. You're kind of doing it because it's your responsibility and you kind of feel like you have to do it, kind of thing. And usually you do kind of have to do it. But yeah, there needs to be a balance between you doing things that are your responsibility and doing things that you actually chose to do because you want to do. I feel like life wasn't meant to be lived so seriously, and a lot of us do fall into that trap of just living life in that serious mode all the time. And then what happens is, you can kind of end up in a pretty dark place, or you can get burnt out, you can get really down, feel unhappy, and that's because you're literally not living life. Genuinely, that's what it is. You're not living. Like, I genuinely feel like an important thing to do in life is to enjoy it. I feel like the enjoyment part is actually an important part. I'm not saying it's the most important part, but it's definitely something that is important and something that shouldn't just be overlooked or ignored. I was literally sitting there the other day and I was thinking about why I do the things that I do, what drives me to do them. And what I realized was that a lot of the things that I do spend my time doing, I don't necessarily want to be doing, and that I don't make enough time for the things that I do want to be doing. For example, I enjoy playing football quite a bit, but I can't remember the last time I got a few friends together and said, let's go and play football. And it's not even a thing where I forget about football. Like, it's on my mind quite a bit. Sometimes I sit there and I kind of reminisce or think about the old days where things were great and I was playing a lot of football, playing with friends or whatever. And when I think about those times, all I get are happy feelings. I kind of sort of reminisce and think about those days, and I get quite a bit of nostalgia. But then the thing is, there's nothing stopping me from replicating that. There's nothing stopping me from bringing the good old days back. Like, I could literally next week get a group of people together and go and play football, but somehow I don't do it because it's like, oh, next week I gotta do this or I gotta do that. And yeah, that's something that I've noticed within myself, that I kind of feel like I need to work on actually living life consciously and get out of this sort of autopilot mode of just waking up, fulfilling my responsibilities, and then going back to sleep kind of thing. And thinking back on it, I think the reason or how I got here in the first place is because I haven't been living life intentionally or like consciously thinking about the present and being in the moment. And as a result, it's kind of sort of slipping by me a little bit. The days go by me so quickly. Before you know it, it's been a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months. And I don't want to get to a point where I kind of look back on my life and look back with regrets and think about all the things that I could have done but didn't do, and all the ways in which I could have lived life intentionally. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. And yeah, it's a pretty interesting place to be at the moment, to be fair. But I'm glad that I was able to actually look within and realize that, yo, I kind of need to make a change. And it probably won't be a drastic change. You won't see me randomly in flipping Thailand next week. Not that kind of change. I think it will be small changes. I think it will be experiences. I do have somewhere that I'll be going to next week, and I specifically chose this place for the purpose of being present and experiencing things. But obviously I can't really talk on it too much right now, but I'll definitely take pictures and videos. So if you are following me on this journey, you will be able to see that, but that won't be until probably next week. Yeah, the purpose of this video was to kind of share what I feel like, not just me, to be fair, a lot of us have been going through, to be fair, this sort of phase of life where everything is so serious and we're on autopilot sometimes, and we forget to make time for things that make us happy. We forget to have fun. So if you are watching this video, thank you very much for watching up until this point. I hope you were able to find some value in this video. If you were, you already know what to do. Make sure to like, comment, and I will see you on the next one.